Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to FeVa Gaming. We're back here in our park, which I forget the name of, so I'm gonna go and look at the save file. Mountain Ridge Pines, that's where we are. That's where we are, yes. Okay.
Yes.
It's been so long since we've been here. Also, I've made a slight adjustment. I don't know if you can tell from here. I have slightly decorated this up a bit more over in the western section. As you can
Looks
see.
fancy.
Yeah, right? Like, look, we even got a nice little way over here. I don't know if that was there or not last time we played. It's been a while. But yes,
yeah.
this is a nice little archway
We
here.
were being obliterated by ninjas and businessmen and lots of other things.
Ninja samurais and yakuza. It wasn't pretty.
Yes.
I needed a break, people.
But luckily there were milkshakes. Yes.
There weren't milkshakes.
Should we make a milkshake stand?
There were not milkshakes.
Is there?
Look, there were not
Oh,
milkshakes,
there were-
alright? We weren't allowed to have them because we didn't complete the mission. We only get them when we complete the mission. Also, if you've noticed, this little
Okay,
ride
well
over
we
here,
had...
this little ride over here, which I'm calling right now, currently the Hope 6, don't worry, that'll change eventually, is the ride I've been working on in the background. As you can see by the outline, it's not quite finished. Don't worry, we won't be seeing that today.
Mm-hmm.
We won't be seeing that today. We'll be seeing that whenever that gets done. I don't know when yet.
Okay.
I've not done much over here, really. We have this. This is the last thing we did, right? The train.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
I'm thinking we could decorate this out and have a nice train station going on.
And you wanted a tentacle coming up from the water.
Right. We can worry about that later, depending on time, if we've got for it. Oh, there is one other thing I wanted to show off, which was, Dick Mountain over here. I got bored, alright?
Oh,
I got
my God.
bored. Don't blame me, I got bored at this point. It needed to happen. I needed to get it out of my system. Okay? Alright. Alright, let's get this out of there.
Just like that one creature created that everybody makes penises with. What game is that?
You mean that wasn't
Spore.
You mean that wasn't just Penis Creature Creator? Like, I don't remember it being anything else but that. I guess it could have been called Spore.
Well, it was also Boob Creature Creator.
I don't remember seeing boobs in it though.
Okay.
But probably best not to get down that path right now. Although
Yeah.
I do have something I do want to talk about.
Yes.
Actually, two things now that I'm thinking about it. So, my first one wanting to be, and I know that the audience is going to be pissed off when they hear this, but finally, after 2 years, I've finally seen The Force Awakens.
Ooh, and how did you like it?
I didn't hate it. Like, it wasn't prequels bad. I can't say it was the greatest movie in the world. I was a little disappointed that we didn't get more of Luke, like he didn't even deliver any lines in that movie. Like we just
there's always deleted scenes.
Yeah, but I'm just watching it through VOD, video on demand. So they don't have that. I don't have it on DVD or anything. But yeah, so I finally got to see that, which was nice. And I will say this. So, the podcast for this series hasn't come out yet. It's kind of stuck in the pipeline right now because of Andrew's little personal issues. Hopefully we'll have that out. But I have been watching... but according to that, I love the Fate series, right? You know this.
Yes.
Because you've listened to me gush about it constantly.
Constantly.
You've watched Fate Zero yourself.
Zero and Stay Night.
And Stay Night. Okay, so you've seen both. Right, so...
Yeah. And I think I mentioned on the podcast me loving Orobuchi, and we need to cover more stuff by him more stuff by him will be coming, but I might need to find a good thing, another good Orobuchi series to do.
Mm-hmm. So, I have currently been watching Fate Apocrypha, and I've been keeping up with the series pretty steadily, right?
Yeah.
This past episode, oh my god. The animation, I see where all the budget went, and this series was beautiful to start with, but a huge amount of the budget went into this last episode, where we see 3 of the servants finally kick the bucket. Holy sh... Like, one of them is just straight up to the point of like, no, fuck this, I'm throwing away everything that I am. I'm throwing away my, like... I'm throwing my, like... What is it? My heroism, I guess? My place in the throne of heroes? I'm throwing that away. Like, based on what she saw. Because her wish is for, like, all children to be loved. And in front of her, she sees children being murdered. And the whole thing is,
Who?
Who? You want to know the hero?
Oh, you don't want to drop it.
Do you want to know the hero? Because
I
don't mind throwing it out there. You probably won't know her.
Yes, I didn't see Apocrypha.
I highly recommend doing that.
Spoiler! Spoiler!
I don't know how much of a spoiler it is, because you do learn it fairly early on. But her name's Atalanta.
Okay.
One of the Greek heroes that was on... there we go. Look for that. One of the Greek heroes that was part of Jason and the Argonauts at one point. So, out of the Odyssey.
Wasn't she in Soul series?
Soul series?
No, that wasn't. That was Sophia, I think. Sophia.
Yeah, Atalanta is a character that was abandoned as a child, and as such, her dream is to see all children be loved, right? That's her wish for the Grail. But she sees a child being murdered in front of her by a character who, I'll drop this one too, just because this one, again, very early on, is Joan of Arc. She sees Joan of Arc, someone who's supposed to be the pinnacle of a saint, murder a child in front of her eyes. Now, there is context for it. I'm not going to spoil the context for it, but there is context. So, just imagine a hero whose whole ideal and whole personality and dream is to see children be loved, seeing a child murdered in front of her. A child who could have been saved by a saint.
Oh.
Needless to say, it breaks her. To the point where she's, imbuing herself with some kind of, noble phantasm-esque curse. That's, when used, will eventually, erode away her entire being. And she uses it as a way to try and kill Joan of Arc. That's her whole plan in the end, is to finally kill Joan of Arc and get revenge for those children that could have been saved.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and that's only one of the 3 fights going on in here.
That's kind of dark. Are you sure this series wasn't Orobuchi? Because that sounds like something he would do.
I wouldn't be surprised, but no, Orobuchi, I don't believe, is the writer for this one.
Oh.
But there was also the other fight that is going on between a Lancer-class servant and a Saber-class servant. One of which, has ties to a sun god. So you're seeing, flames and fire everywhere.
This sounds a lot more intense than your typical Fate series.
Oh, this one episode is insane compared to everything else. It is nuts.
So, it's, on a scale from 1 to 10, it's melon.
It's more than melon.
It's so intense, it broke the scale.
Yes. like completely and utterly broke the scale.
So melon out of 10.
Insanely melon, man. Insanely melon. Like, we get to see that fight. We get this other fight, which is just batshit insanity going on. And then, what was he? Like, even that fight, and I don't want to spoil the ending to it. Right, no, I lied, alright, so I'll do a little bit of spoilers here. So the Joan of Arc versus Atalanta fight doesn't end with those two. The third servant steps in, who just got finished fighting his former teacher and beating him.
Oh!
In the previous episode.
Oh!
In the previous fucking episode, where he's... Oh god, hold on. Let me go ahead and set this out for you, right? I'm not... Oh god. Alright, so...
Okay.
In the previous episode, we have the teacher and his student who are fighting each other. I'm not going to spoil who they are. Let's just say that the student is very much is also related to Atalanta. I'll give that much away, but nothing else.
Okay.
So
is he Greek?
He is Greek.
Okay.
Hence why he's related.
Okay.
So we get that fight between them, and what he ends up doing is triggering his own noble phantasm, which basically makes it so that it's a space where nobody can interfere. Like, alright, so you've watched Fate Stay Night, right? You know what structure from that series Noble Phantasm is.
Yeah.
Essentially think that...
Reality model.
Yeah, essentially think that, but think, like, more plain. Like, you don't have the whole overriding thing, you have just the idea of nobody can get in and interfere with us.
Oh, okay.
So it basically
kind of like invisible walls.
It basically isolates it, and it also allows him to make a proposition to his opponent, right? The idea being, at least in this case, like, we have a bare-knuckle brawl. Like, no weapons, no noble phantasms, you and I just fight hand-to-hand, like we used to back in the day, sparring.
That would be interesting in Fate to see.
That's what I thought when I saw it, because I'm just like, wait, this is insane, because we've never seen this before, where it's just straight up a bare-knuckle brawl. We've never actually seen that. It's always been with weaponry, it's always been with everything else. You know, just being there. But to see a bare-knuckle brawl in this series is so different and weird. Like, I've already spoiled the ending where the student does win. However, the teacher actually agreed to that under the condition that should he live, which he technically does by the end of the brawl, he doesn't. The student doesn't kill him immediately. Therefore, this condition is still in place. The condition is that he submits one of his noble phantasms to the teacher's partner. Not his master, but like one of the other servants that's working with him.
Okay.
Which does happen, and does play into one of the other fights.
Huh.
But, right, and I'm not done here. Because the student realizes what's going on with Atalanta, he decides he needs to get involved. Like, he doesn't want to see this person who he feels is like a sister to him fall down like this dark path and sacrifice her, you know, her position as a heroic spirit, her own self-insanity to this thing. He basically intervenes and has Joan leave. Like, he lets her go in order to stop his sister, right? Now, in the end, this fight, and again, this is spoilers for anyone listening, this fight ends with not only the sister being stabbed and the student holding her close to him, like in a hug, in an embrace. But with him being stabbed as well.
Speaking about Star Wars.
Because Adelanta's an archer class hero, right? So she fires off a crap ton of arrows, which go straight up in the air, and eventually, gravity takes over and come back down. The student, who's a lancer, has stabbed her through with his spear in order to separate her from that cursed thing that she embedded into her skin. And the arrows that come down then pierce him. So the curse leaves her, and she's just like asking him, look, what else was I supposed to do? All those children, all those deaths. What was I supposed to do when I saw that? And like her, spirit fades and leaves the world, and his is just there like his is like saying like I always have my eyes on something else, and I always miss the things that are closest to me. So he's always missing the most important things that are near him when he's focusing on the bigger prize. But it's one of those just like really, really sad endings to see them both going like. And the animation is so freaking good. Like, it is movie level quality. It's insane. Like it.
Well, it's Fate.
This is beyond anything I've seen Fate do so far. Like the quality you saw throughout, like Fate Stay Night and Fate Zero, that's just the bare quality of the series in general.
So, like, that's bottom of the barrel
like
for
that's
this.
the regular animation for Fate Apocrypha. Whereas when you go in and see that episode, it is so fluid and movie quality, it is insane.
Ooh.
Like even in one of the previous episodes, right? Like one of the heroes, in this case the assassin class hero, her noble phantasm is basically summoning up like a giant floating castle, right? So the way that they were doing this, and when I see that bare knuckle brawl's going on, that's literally going on a fucking Boeing 747. So they're like fighting.
They're fighting on top of a plane?
On top of an airplane.
Didn't Lancelot control a plane at one point?
He did, but it was like a small jet fighter. This is a full-blown Boeing 747.
I understand, like, size differences, but oh my god.
Like, they fight on one wing. One of them ends up, like, punching the other through into the coach class of the 747. And then they get fighting, and the other one punches the first one through the other side onto the other wing.
Oh.
Like, it is so freaking insane. Like, and the fight choreography is great.
For animation.
Like, not just the animation, but the choreography of how they're moving is beautiful.
Yeah, I meant like the choreography set up so movie-like, even though it is animation.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and I just saw trailers or like teaser trailers for The Lion King. I don't know what to think of that.
I haven't seen anything about it, but I'll be honest, when I heard live action, I was already like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I think, because not a single human throughout the entire thing. Granted, the Jungle Book was like 90% animals, but then again, bears and monkeys can be human-like. So I guess I can brush that off. But when you get to like full-on lions being lions, and not like walking like humans, but they're talking, I just can't wrap my brain around that.
Like, I know what you mean, right? Like it doesn't really make much sense, and it's hard to see. Like even I'm a little skeptical of the Mulan movie that's supposed to be coming out. Like I don't know how I feel about that one myself.
But hey, if they have Eddie Murphy as the dragon, that's gonna be fine by me because Eddie Murphy is funny. Sometimes.
Yeah, like I don't have a problem with Eddie Murphy himself. Like he's good enough as he is. I'm not gonna say he's terrible. I'm not gonna say he's amazing. But he does his job well
cough,
enough.
cough, Pluto Nash.
He does his job well
Pluto
enough.
Nash. Awful.
I can't say. I haven't seen it.
Oh, I didn't see it either, but I heard it's kind of bad.
I'll have to just like take the word of the people on that because I have no idea.
Comment section. This is your job.
This is true. It's true. It is. This is the one time that they're going to be useful for us, maybe. Other than confirming my suspicions about Rhonda Wellington Lloyd.
Yes.
Speaking of which, thank the person who I want to thank the person that actually brought that comment for us. That was very enlightening because I had completely forgotten it. Thank you for answering the call. Alright, let me see here. What is this? This is not what I want. Cobble? Cobble. Cobble's what I want. Alright. But, yeah, no, like, this past episode was probably the best, and this isn't even, like, the end of the series. Like, this isn't the last episode either. So I'm extremely curious how they're going to follow that up.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That intensity. Wait, intense intensity. Man.
Your English
but
is
it's
on
not
point
the
today.
end?
That's not the end of the series.
Yes.
Like, you have at least, I'm going to say 1, maybe 2 more episodes left for that series.
And by the way, that person was the Last Airbender.
Great screen name. I love it.
Yes.
But, yeah, no, that is not the final episode of that series. So, we're looking at more to come, and I don't know how they're going to follow it up. When it's done so well as it is.
And going back to our slight discussion on melons, I was watching some fast food in Japan. Yeah, fast food in Japan, and the guy was drinking melon Fanta, and he said that it's some of the best Fanta he's had. And I was looking around, it's only available in Japan and Atlanta, Georgia.
What?
The Coke bottling plant had like flavors from around the world, so you can drink Japanese Fanta at the Coke plant.
That's great, but I'm slightly disappointed that they're not bringing it over, like selling it over here still.
Well, I don't think we ever had melon Fanta here in the States.
Regardless, I'm surprised they wouldn't do like a limited release of it just to see if it would do any good.
We can always import it with all the anime stuff we got.
I mean, well, no. That's like the thing, right? Like, my thought would be like, well, why wouldn't you just, do it online, right? Like, you have the bottling plant right there. Why not just do it online? Like,
I don't know.
Why not sell it on the Pepsi website? Be like, hey, we got or the Coke website. Sorry, we got the bottling plant. Why don't we just, sell it here? Like, even if
I don't know.
Even if it wouldn't, be perfect, like, and I don't see why it wouldn't be, honestly, because I mean, it's online. What's gonna happen? Like, you don't really need to keep a huge stack of it there, and No, my point is you're keeping a huge stock of it there anyway, right? Like, it's literally there because you're going to ship it out anyway. It's going to be there at the bottling plant, sitting there.
Well, maybe the fact that they go melon soda won't go well with American taste buds, but Japanese taste buds may be different in some aspect of things that they might go, melon soda, that sounds delicious.
No. You're missing my point, right? Like,
I think I am.
They don't lose money by offering it as an online, purchase. It's sitting there in the bottling factory and in the warehouses as it is, right? Like, it's gonna be there one way or another, whether or not that's because of, like, damn, I'm gonna have to edit this track a little bit. Pause that. Edit track. But no. Yeah, my point being, like, it's not something that's gonna be taking up space, well, any more space than it already was. You're just shipping it out, and honestly, you can just push that fee for shipping onto the consumer. It's not like they don't already pay for that kind of a thing anyway.
Yeah.
For, like, when you go to, like, Amazon even, like, you're gonna be paying there as it is for shipping and handling and all that fun stuff. So, I don't understand why you couldn't just offer it online as an option to buy when, there's gonna be weird people like you, me, or any other, like, food review channel that'll be more than willing to try it. Like, they're gonna make money one way or another.
Yeah.
Hell, probably more money than they would have made otherwise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Set that up to go. But yeah.
Yeah, but you can always buy it. You can always buy it online from Japanese places.
Yeah, but they lose their money then. Like, yeah, they'll get the money for the retail store that's selling it, but they're losing money because the retail store is still buying it wholesale.
Yeah.
And the shipping and handling is being handled by them and all that other stuff. They could just do it themselves, and they're cutting out the middleman. They sell directly to the consumer.
Yeah.
And at that point, you're literally gonna roll in the money, is my point. Like, sure, you won't sell, like, thousands. And actually, even more of a point, right? Like, if you were gonna do this, and honestly, I think you'd be stupid not to, because there's gonna be crazy people that want to try it, you could be hitting upon a whole new, like, flavor of soda that people are going to love. And, your
melon
online
may be the new orange.
Yeah, right? Like, all of a sudden, your sales of that product, that flavor, blow up and make an insane impact in your wallet. You're gonna be like, why won't I sell more? Why not release this, officially rather than just on our site? Like, release this at, like, 6-packs, 12-packs, 24-packs, what have you packs, and make boatloads from that. Like, bring it to the broader public than just those that are looking for a different flavor at the bottling plant. Like, to me, that sounds like a no-brainer. Like, it's not like they lose money. They're literally making a lot either way they do it. And you won't have to store it, at least until, like, some kind of big, boom takes off in the sales. So to me, it just seems like it's one of those things that you should just really do anyway. Offer it online. There's no loot. It's a win-win situation no matter how you look at it.
Yeah.
You're not losing money. You're still going to make some sales. Maybe not, boatloads that you would do with, like, Coke Classic. But you'd still be making a lot of money. You'd be making more money than you already are. And the fact that, essentially, if you're doing it that way, you have a free taste test market at that point, right? Because now that you're selling this on your website, probably in individual bottles, maybe at the most as a 6-pack. You could literally just be there selling it to them, and they could give you whatever feedback you want. You could have it on, like a Facebook page or a Twitter page or what have you page, and just be like, hey, yo, we're selling this now, why not give it a try? Yada yada yada. You could advertise your site in general as a storefront. And honestly, like, if I was going for this whole market thing, which I am, I'm looking at advertising, or not advertising, but like marketing in general as like a potential job avenue, I would be honestly telling them that, like, if Coke would hire me, I'd be like, why aren't you doing this? This is stupid. You could be making more money and potentially hit upon a new audience. Like, to me, this is marketing 101. Why are you not doing this? Like, what is preventing it? Because I don't see a reason you wouldn't. Like, not when your bottling plant is right here in the US as it is.
Yeah.
Like, I understand not offering all of those flavors out in, like, I don't know, Europe. Because your bottling plant's not centered there, so it's more difficult. And, you probably got your warehouses right down there anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's, like, no reasons. Also, you wanted milkshakes.
Are we going to
Cosmic Pal milkshakes here.
Milkshakes.
Unfortunately,
we shall invite Bunny Lord here.
Wombat is not an option. We just have chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I know, it's disappointing.
Are we going to be building any new lives today?
Probably not, because I think we're running out of time. Yeah, we're running out of time.
Yeah, we're at about the 35-ish minute mark.
I think this
so
is
today was just a touch up the park.
Touch at the park. I'll probably also be working more on the station over here. It's a nice start, but I'll probably get more in depth because half-hour episode is nowhere going to be near enough time to really balance this out.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at other train stations, get an idea, get a feel for what they got going on, and just add this stuff in as it is.
Maybe you can play a train station simulator for you to see train stations. Those do exist,
Oh, I know.
Like driving trains in real time.
I know those exist, and I know that the DLC is ridiculously expensive. And
also ridiculously ridiculous.
The DLC is just for other trains, too.
No, there was one DLC for like some train station game that you had to stop the zombie apocalypse.
I mean, that's not really what I'm looking for in this design, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, just some of the storylines to keep the train station game interesting are ridiculous.
I mean, what, do we have a devilish man twirling a mustache tying a zombie down to the tracks? Yes, my dear, and you shall soon die. Yes, the time is 9:48. In 5 minutes, the train will come and run you over, and your hero, Zombie Man, will be here to save you. She's just in like a tattered dress splattered with like blood and brain goo.
Oh my god, that has to be one of our next ideas. That has to be something we make. You hit it here!
If you want to make it
Zombie Man coming 2018.
Oh god, it would we cut to like the hero Zombie Man, he's just eating a horse's brain. Like the horse is just dropped over dead, just munching on the brain of a horse. Like, you'll never get here in time! Like, no shit, he's eating the brain of the freaking horse, he ain't gonna get here.
And then the woman zombie gets run over, but because she's already dead, it doesn't really phase her.
She gets run over. She just like starts dragging her broken corpse closer to the guy. It's like, this isn't how it was supposed to go. She just starts like he's taking the precautions to like remove her teeth, so she's just like gumming his leg. It's like, I didn't foresee this undead thing being a problem, but maybe I need to think this thing through more.
What's that phone number for Star?
Alright. I think that's it. I think that's it for today, guys. Catch you later.
Okay. Later.